Wake Up America weekend. The US Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit ruling Friday that the Biden White House, top government health officials and the FBI likely violated the First Amendment by putting pressure on tech companies to remove or suppress posts about the coronavirus and elections.
Yeah, that's no surprise. And for more on this, let's welcome in media strategist and host of the What's Bugging Me podcast, Dennis Kneale.
Hey, guys.
Dennis, this is pretty serious stuff. This is our government violating the First Amendment, our own Constitution.
Yeah, let's remember the First Amendment says government can't come in and issue a prior restraint on the speech of the people. They did this for thousands. Now, a judge in Louisiana originally came out and said, hey, man, all government, you stop contacting all social media about all censorship requests. So that's a little broad for one little federal judge in Louisiana to do. So this appeals court now comes in and says, well, that's too broad. But you know what? White House, CDC, FBI, Surgeon General, stop contacting Twitter, Facebook, etc. about COVID because the government was going in and censoring accounts that were questioning COVID. And here's one thing, guys. It's one thing for government to say, we've got to stop misinformation. The government has a First Amendment right itself to go to the platforms and say, don't print some information. Instead, though, why is the government messing with the platforms? Why isn't the government putting out its own message saying, don't believe those guys, believe us, instead of going to Twitter and Facebook, et cetera, and saying, censor those voices?
Well, because then you wouldn't be able to make up your own mind, right?
That's right,
and
exactly.
And that's what the First Amendment protects.
And they weren't asking Facebook, et cetera, to censor disinformation. They were asking them often to censor scientific papers, real statistics that might create doubt on people who don't want to take the vaccine. So when you're asking the platforms, first of all, when you're government, also, Michael, you know, government never asks a business to do anything. Yeah. When government asks you, it's like when Tony Soprano asks you to do something. I mean, so it's not a request. It is an order.
Something else that was an order here was that the judges wrote that the White House and Office of the Surgeon General and the FBI coerced the platforms to make their moderation decisions by way of intimidating messages and threats of adverse consequences. So then the companies took down 50% of the flagged material online because of this. Do you think that there is a fine line between misinformation
I don't think government should be messing with any of this. I think government got to get out of the social media business. Instead of trying to control it, let the people talk. Trust the people to know what to reject and what to accept, and put out your own message, but stop interfering with mine, because that's what you're doing. And I urge Jim Jordan in Congress, pass a law stopping government from doing these requests, and Elon Musk pass a new policy at Twitter forcing government, every time they ask for censorship, you publicize the request and you let
and say, where's your warrant?
It's
very simple. Where's your warrant? It's just that simple. Okay, you want us to do this? Bring us a court order and we'll do it.
What the FBI guy said. Yes,
but they're afraid, because they're afraid, though, that there'll be adverse consequences. Next thing you know, the company has an audit. The company is being investigated. That's the problem.
And let's remember, Republicans will do this too. If they win the White House and they win both houses of Congress, they will take over these social media platforms just like Democrats will do. I'm not saying this is a liberal thing versus conservative. They censored conservatives, but next they're going to censor you. Liberals out there, they're going to censor you next.
Well, let's hope there's no censoring, but I want to switch real fast to Elon Musk. Well, yes. Musk is threatening to sue Anti-Defamation League for defamation.
For defamation,
So he's suing the Anti-Defamation League for defamation.
And
I love
Elon
that.
likes to say that the most likely outcome is the most ironic one. So he may even do this. They've been going behind the backs to advertisers saying, don't advertise on that platform. It's anti-Semitic. It's anti-this. It's anti-that. When really Twitter is cracking down on hate speech. And the fact is, they say there's 12,000 anti-Semitic tweets every week. There's 6,000 tweets every second on Twitter. 12,000 in a week is nothing.
It's still, I have a problem with this because I just think that people, number one, people shouldn't be writing these things in the first place, right? Racist posts, anti-Semitic posts, but where is the fine? Where does you draw the line between hate speech, free speech?
You know what?
What's
Here's the thing. I want to draw the line. I'll decide what accounts to follow and what not to follow.
Perfect.
I don't want Facebook or Twitter drawing the line, and I don't want government drawing the line.
You know what? And I'm going to draw the line right there. Dennis Kneale, your podcast, What's Bugging Me? It's available on iTunes, Spotify, and Ricochet, pretty much anywhere anyone wants to find it. Please look for this, and thank you so much, Dennis Kneale. Appreciate it.
Have a glorious day, all of you.
You
all right.